shake hands before the start of the match.
How's it going, everyone? Here, I'm Everett Delorme, coming
And
to you
furthest away
live
from me,
from
wearing
Ashbridges
the black
Bay in
tank
Toronto,
top,
Ontario.
J.Hamer,
I'm joined
her
with the
partner,
one and only
V.Altomare.
Cameron Kerr.
Hello,
and their
Internet.
opponents.
And
the
we
net,
are
Gabby
here at the
Maciagowski
Ontario
and her partner
Championships.
stepping back to
We just
serve
watched
to
the
start
incredible men's
set
final
number
where
one.
Sam Pedlo and Graham
Alex
O'Gorman took it 2-0 over
A.Arsovic.
Ryan Vandenberg and Andrew Hinchy. Now we got the girls matchup going on.
And first point of the match,
Alex
A.Arsovic and Maciagowski.
Ace right off the bat. She's
On
playing
the
with her
ace serve,
partner,
one
Gabby
serving zero.
Maciagowski, and they've upset quite a few teams today. This is their fourth match already, having to play a pre-quarter, a quarter, final, semi-final, and now the final. And they're up against J.Hamer and V.Altomare. And for those of you who are new to the live stream now, it has been an extremely windy day down here at Ashbridges Bay. Other than that, absolutely gorgeous. A nice warm day, not too warm though, and perfect day for volleyball. Ooh.
There's communication there, both going for it.
Yeah,
a little collision.
A little collision, that could have been dangerous. Luckily they both walk out unscathed. Maciagowski and A.Arsovic, both of them only 18 years of age, competing here in the women's elite finals. Great shot there by J.Hamer.
Hamer missing with her line shot.
Oh, I apologize.
Maciagowski and A.Arsovic jump into a 3-1 lead.
That one lands out of bounds.
Gabby Maciagowski back to serve.
We'd like to welcome all of the viewers who have been joining us today on the live stream from all around the world. Welcome to Toronto, Canada.
And Hamer unable to handle the serve from Maciagowski. Scores now 4 serving 1.
That was kept alive by Altomare. Hamer kind of mishandling it, tried to send it over. Now it's 4-1 Maciagowski, A.Arsovic, and Maciagowski up to serve.
See the shadows from the tree behind us slowly creeping in, point by point, as the sun goes down in the skies here of Toronto. Oh, and J.Hamer hitting that one.
No one to challenge Hamer, but she hits the ball out. Score now 5-1.
This is not a good start for the team of J.Hamer and V.Altomare.
No, not in the slightest. Definitely not what they were looking to open up this Ontario Championships final.
Still serving.
But this team has had tons of experience this year.
Service error and point goes to Altomare and Hamer.
Of course, they were just down in Long Beach where they unfortunately fell in the qualifier to another Canadian team and good friends of theirs of Taylor Pischke and Melissa Humania-Perez.
That's there was the day before I flew in, but that's got to sting, you know, drawing that team in the qualifiers and flying all that way down to Long Beach and then not
to play a team that you could have played at Ashbridges Bay.
Yes, and they do play.
Yeah, and here we got now with J.Hamer taking a swing, and she goes for the nice cutty.
And Hamer carves
putting
across
the score on the board as they trail by 3 still.
3 serving 6.
Down 3 serving 6. Oh.
And another point for the team of Hamer and Altomare. On the air by Maciagowski,
trying to put that one
4
over.
6.
Didn't make it. Altomare serving. Nicely handled by Maciagowski. Great pass there by her. And she swings away and gets the point.
Maciagowski takes advantage. 7 serving 4.
The wind is certainly windy as
ever.
ever.
J.Hamer there.
And Hamer catches a piece of the block.
With a nice swing.
5 serving 7. J.Hamer back to serve.
Oh, Maciagowski hitting that one into the tape, but it flops over.
And that helps out.
Trickles onto the side of Hamer Altomare.
And
they get another point.
8 serving 5. Alex A.Arsovic
leading
back to
8-5. Oh, and great pokey over top of the block by Hamer there.
Hamer. Point. 6 serving 8.
Give a shout out to our boy Aaron Cadu down in Long Beach, partner with us on Volleyball Source, and sending us some texts saying how great of a job we're doing.
Hopefully you agree.
I hope that he's enjoying the last day of the U.S. Open of surfing going on in Huntington Beach. And yes, Aaron, I am wearing the shirt that I bought yesterday.
Ace serve.
And a nice ace there by V.Altomare.
7 serving 8.
7-8 now. They're coming back slowly. 1 point at a time. Of course, that is the only way you can do it in volleyball.
Ace serve
and another ace there by Altomare.
We are tied, 8-all.
You know, it was a 4-1 lead. Now it's
8-8.
8-8. We're tied it up.
Oh, and another tough serve there by Altomare. There'll be a free ball sent over by A.Arsovic.
Oh.
And she went for the sky ball. Unfortunately, more
another
height
point for
than
Altomare and
length, and
Hamer.
it didn't make over the net.
Just the wind here, as windy as it has been, has just decided to not help her out on that play and not, help that ball over the net. But another tough serve from V.Altomare.
And Arsovic called on the lift, and that's another point for Hamer and Altomare.
Alex Arsovic not necessarily agreeing with the call.
I think it was a good
Score
call.
now,
She was still on the ground.
Altomare
was a little shaky.
and Hamer leading. Altomare still serving.
Oh,
just
that serve by
Altomare. A little bit of a rainbow arc to it. It was coming down, but
10.
hit the ground just
Maciagowski at the service line.
Now Altomare has been known to medal on the world stage, grabbing a second place finish at the World Championships.
Tough serve by Maciagowski.
In Halifax in 2011.
And we are tied, 10-all.
Now all tied up at 10 as Maciagowski goes back to serve. That one finding just long.
And Altomare and Hamer back in the lead, 11-10. We have a technical timeout.
And we are coming up to the first technical timeout, so we will take one as well. You're watching the Ontario Championships Women's Finals from Ashbridges Bay, Ontario.
And teams are back on the court, ready to resume action.
And we are back here at the Ontario Championships.
Julia Hamer at the service line.
Julia Hamer and her team up by 1, back to serve. She chooses to serve Maciagowski, and Maciagowski swings. Oh, great dig there by Altomare. She goes to keep alive, and she will. And a net called there on Gabby Maciagowski.
Gabby Maciagowski. That's a point. Hamer and Altomare.
Hamer and Altomare will increase the lead to 2 now. Great cross-court shot
Maciagowski
there
drops the ball down the line for the point. 11 serving 12.
You know, this women's match reminds me of another women's team. I just had the privilege of meeting Carrie Walsh this past week down in the United States.
And nice dig by Alex Arsovic.
Arsovic digs that ball and they get it over to tie things up at 12.
And we are tied again, 12-all.
But, you know, back in 2001, on this date, so that is July 28th, was the second ever win for the team of Missy May and Carrie Walsh.
One of the most glorified women's volleyball teams of all time.
That was the FIVB Portugal Open, back when there were still events in Portugal.
Arsovic now, been miscommunication with the pass. Ooh, and she swings away right into the net, though.
And a hitting error by Arsovic. 14 serving 12.
And it is 14-12 for Hamer Altomare. And Maciagowski putting that one down the line.
Maciagowski goes deep down the line.
Getting a touch, but not enough to pop it up.
Not enough.
Sending that out of bounds.
13 serving 14.
And that's
Hamer
Julia
spots the
Hamer
cross-court defense, deposits the ball down the line.
Smart roll shot.
Yeah, very smart roll shot there.
15 serving 13, and we've got a
Everett,
side
do you have the results of the men's bronze medal match? I believe it went to 3.
I do believe it went to 3, and it was.
Wait, is it still going on?
No.
We're trying to look down the.
No, it is. I believe.
Ace serve by Hamer.
Oh, and a nice ace there by Julia Hamer. But I believe by talking to head referee Andrew Robb that Kevin Ben and Maddie Zubchevsky won the match 15-13 in the third set to grab the bronze. Oh, and
Maciagowski passed the block cross court for the kill.
Cross court.
Congrats to Maddie Z and Ben on their bronze medal, and excellent play today at the Ontario Championships down in Toronto.
Oh, great cut shot there by Hamer.
Even better dig
by Arsovic.
Arsovic off the tape. Oh, Hamer
by
with the
Hamer.
dig.
She's going to get a chance now, and she rolls it over, but that's dug by Maciagowski. Maciagowski now to swing. And that one finds the tape and rolls out. So that point will go to V.Altomare, and they now lead by 3, 17-14.
By Maciagowski. 17-14.
Altomare now with the spin serve, roughly handled by Arsovic. Arsovic will dump it over, and now Altomare going to swing away. And great swing there. Maciagowski gets a touch, but she's swinging way too hard for her right now.
18,
and they increase their lead to 18-14 here. After trailing early on this set, they've stormed back to take a 4-point lead. Another great serve there by Altomare. Now here's Maciagowski putting it just long.
No one to challenge Maciagowski, but she puts the ball out.
Increasing the
Altomare. That's another point for Hamer and Altomare.
Hamer lead to 5 points. 14. And Cam, it looks like they are going to wrap up this first set early.
Just out.
Not early, but just as I said that, of course, once again I jinxed
15 serving.
I swear it's.
Everett, you are having an effect on the game.
Maciagowski
it is negative.
Line.
You're sending player serves into the nets, out of bounds. You need to be replaced. Where is Marquise when you need him?
Hey now. Oh,
and Hamer rips it cross court. 2015,
Hamer,
Altomare.
Marquise is known for his commentating ability. He did commentate with Sportsnet last year for the Canadian Olympic trials, and he will be doing the commentary for TSN and the beach volleyball events down at the Canada Games in Sherbrooke in 2 weeks' time.
He's literally creeping in
on my job.
On your job.
Yeah.
Well, technically it is his job.
Here's Hamer with the serve as they've got set point here in set number 1. Maciagowski to swing. Oh!
Big hit by Maciagowski.
Victoria read that position, was there, and just unable to get under it.
Serving 20. Arsovic at the service line.
Mishandled there a bit by Hamer. Oh, she'll
off the tape, and
it's still alive.
Coming over. Oh no, the trouble play
roll
off
Hamer.
The tape. Julia Hamer putting
21-16,
away.
set number 1
that
of this best of 3
set going to the team of
women's
Victoria
championship
Altomare.
final goes to the team of Hamer and Altomare.
We're going to take a little break right now, and we're going to be coming back with set 2 here from Toronto, Ontario on the Ontario Championship.
Championship final, Altomare and
we are back here for set 2 of the women's final of the Ontario Championships.
Ooh, it starts with a
A.Arsovic starts up set number 2 with an ace serve. 1 serving 0.
A.Arsovic we've seen her serve that same diagonal all day long. We saw it in the semifinal against Claudia Seguin, and now once again here in this final, she's been serving extremely well throughout the day.
J.Hamer going high hands on that last play to side out, bring the serve back on their side of the net, ties it up at once.
Maciagowski now with her first swing of the set, and a great cut shot there by her.
Takes her partner's advice, goes down the line for the point. 2 serving 1.
Great wrist snap by her. I'm very, very impressed by this young team of Maciagowski and A.Arsovic. They are only 18 years of age. They'll be heading into their first year of university this year.
Ball sails out, point.
Whereas both
Hamer and Altomare.
Victoria Altomare, and J.Hamer have been playing beach volleyball for quite a long time and have played, on multiple different levels. So
a serve by
Hamer here in
Hamer.
Ontario coming up.
Hamer getting a big ace
serve. 3 serving 2.
To take the lead for the first time in the second set. Oh. Just shy. We're all tied up at 3.
We are tied 3-all. A.Arsovic serving.
Now J.Hamer. Oh, she's going for the roll shot over the top
of
the block.
And that works out well. On the way. 4-3. Teams changing sides.
They are
Altomare and Hamer in the lead in set number 2.
After taking the first set.
1-0 in this championship best-of-3 final. And a serve. Score now 5, serving 3.
Oh, that ball kept alive.
And again, another tough serve by Victoria Altomare.
By A.Arsovic. Victoria Altomare, the same thing we saw in the first set. She gets into that side where she's able to spin serve and really go at it hard, and she takes advantage of it and really steals a few points here. A great serve by her, but that's nicely handled by A.Arsovic. Here's A.Arsovic now. Oh,
and Altomare unable to handle that hit by A.Arsovic.
Altomare there and hits her in the chest. Unfortunately, not the greatest take by her, and that one lands out. They still lead by 2 though, 6-4. G.Maciagowski back to serve now. Great pokey there by Altomare.
Nice work by
A.Arsovic gets the
A.Arsovic.
dig and then puts it down the
well
line.
Point.
Catching J.Hamer as she's peeling back and forcing her into an uncomfortable position.
5-6.
Unable to make the dig. The score is now
5-6.
5-6.
Great pass there by J.Hamer. Oh, poked over.
A little bit too close on that set. She had to.
Great touch by A.Arsovic.
And a great standing roll shot there by A.Arsovic. Probably shouldn't be scoring. That caught
and we are
Victoria
tied,
Altomare unawares. But she ties it up nicely with that shot. Oh, and a great dig there by A.Arsovic. But Hamer's going to get another crack at it here, and she goes. Dug once again by A.Arsovic. Now here's Altomare, but set by Hamer, not there, and Altomare puts it out. Two great digs there by A.Arsovic.
And unforced
and
there
they
by
take
Altomare,
the lead now.
and A.Arsovic and
7-6.
J.Maciagowski take the lead, 7-6.
Maciagowski now serving. J.Hamer kind of was past there, but nice
those
pokey
balls
from
are
her.
very hard to hit when they're coming from behind you. Ooh, Victoria with a big dig, and Julia
keeping it
winning
alive.
the joust.
Clever shot by A.Arsovic.
A.Arsovic doing the little running back.
Great ball control.
On 2.
Bump. increasing their lead to 2. They are up 8-6.
Score 8-6. Arsovic and Maciagowski in the lead in set number 2. They're down 1-0 in this championship final.
If they take home this set and eventually the match, it would be an outstanding day for them. They came all the way from the pre-quarters.
Called by Altomare and Hamer.
Upsetting Candace Paulson and Christine Lamy in the quarterfinals, and then upsetting once again Brandy Wilkerson and Claudia Sega in the semifinals. But
we have a timeout on the court here. We're going to take a timeout too. We'll check in with you very soon from Ashbridges Bay in Toronto, Ontario for the Ontario Championships.
Maciagowski serving.
Nicely handled there by J.Hamer, sorry. Ooh, great swing by her.
Hamer goes cross court.
Closes the gap to 1.
7 serving 8. Altomare at the service line. Correction, Hamer back to serve.
J.Hamer, originally playing for the University of Connecticut, UConn, down in the States, and now attends the University of Toronto. She does not play for their team. She trains beach full year round.
And
Victoria Altomare, she was originally an indoor player for the University of Laurier.
And we
of course, those who know, Laurier did lose their team back in 2011. And she is a full-time beach player and is a student at the York University. That one's called on the net, although I thought it was Hamer on the net and not Maciagowski, but
and Hamer and Altomare back in the lead, 9-8.
Her review is the one that matters.
I am quite glad that our camera did not fall into the sand once again when the ball comes near.
That time Maciagowski finds the cross court.
That ball catching a divot.
Yeah.
Good eye.
A.Arsovic
Ball's out.
Landing out.
And Altomare and Hamer back in the lead, 10-9.
Victoria with the dig. Julia pushing it up at the
and then
Victoria putting it away.
And Hamer.
Maciagowski, maybe a bit of a mistake on that one. Seemed like an easy roll shot and just kind of looked off and said next play to herself. Good mental toughness from such a young player there.
That's a tough serve by Altomare, and it's an ace, 12-9.
That is going to take us into the
and
technical
we've got a technical timeout.
J.Hamer and Victoria Altomare lead 12-9 at the technical of set 2. They are up 1-0. They won the first one, 21-16. The players are taking a timeout. We are going to take a timeout here down at Ashbridges Bay in Toronto, Ontario, Canada for the Ontario Championships. We'll be back soon.
Big serve by
now,
Altomare.
just in time to see Victoria Altomare rip a spin serve and get the ace. They now lead by 4, 13-9.
Serving 9.
Victoria Altomare really taking advantage of the strong winds here And once again with a great serve by her.
Big serve from
And that one put away by J.Hamer on the overkill.
14 serving 9.
Now they increase their lead to 5, 13-9 or 14-9. Sorry.
You know, we saw a lot of the men players taking advantage of that side with their spin serves. Victoria's really the only one that we've seen in the women's game. Oh, a little confusion there. Get out of my way, you get in my way.
Hamer with a nice dig.
Hamer with a good block on Altomare.
As she was getting up, runs right into her partner Victoria Altomare. It's now 14-10.
And a service error by Maciagowski. Score 15-10. Hamer at the line.
15-10 for Hamer Altomare.
That's a great set by Hamer.
Great
and
set by
Altomare puts
J.Hamer,
it away.
running outside the court. And
16 serving 10.
Altomare with a great job putting that away. Increasing the lead to 6 here, 16-10, and they took the first set.
This set is very quickly getting away from them. They need a side out here. And there it is.
Oh, and there it is, the great swing there.
Let's see if they can do anything with it. They gotta push
11,
now. You know, it's
16.
coming down to the end of the set. They're already down 1 set to nothing. They gotta push now if they're gonna push this to a third.
Absolutely.
Take home this gold medal.
Hamer with a great pass here. She swings hard. Oh, Arsovic gets a touch.
Arsovic well positioned, but unable to control that hit from Hamer.
Bounds.
Score now 17-11. We've got a side change.
Although, if there is any time that Arsovic and Maciagowski can make a pushback, it will be here. Alex Arsovic, known for her serve, especially on this side. We saw it in the last match against Claudia Saint-Gain. We've seen it a few times throughout this match as well. But here comes Maciagowski to swing first, and that's a big swing by her.
cross-court hit. 12 serving 17.
12 serving 17 as they look to claw their way back from this 5-point deficit.
They're diving.
And a big block by Maciagowski.
And that's 1 point there. They still got quite a big hill to climb back.
13,
of course, in volleyball, it is never over until a team reaches 21.
You know, we had a little bit of a confusion on that call. Whose seam was that ball? Everett is getting chirped by the crowd on his brilliant commentary. It's fantastic.
Now, J.Hamer.
Smart roll shot to the
J.Hamer
corner.
finds the
Great
deep line
smart
corner.
shot there.
18 serving 13.
They now lead 18-13, only 3 points away from the gold medal here at the Ontario Championships.
Was a little bit of
a
little bit of a lift there by Hamer. We can agree with the referee this time around.
That was some 1996 deep dish, like just catch it and throw it back styles.
Little John Child and Marquise there. Oh wow! And there's a rip from J.Hamer.
That ball. 19-14.
19-14 now for Hamer Altomare. They're closing in on this match right now. Here's Maciagowski. She swings away, but it's dug by Altomare. Now Altomare.
And that's smart.
Just putting it out.
Spectacular dig.
Great dig by Altomare. Unfortunately, was not able to follow it up with an equal attack, but they still lead by 4 here as Maciagowski goes back to serve.
A serve
decided at the last minute to let it go, but couldn't get out of the way.
16 serving 19, and we've got a side change.
16-19, and we're changing sides here.
One last time, we are down in Toronto, Ontario for the Ontario Championships here at Ashbridges Bay. We're at the women's final. This is the second set. with J.Hamer and V.Altomare leading 19-16.
Here's Hamer, and she puts it over, and
Hamer
she gets
a
the
piece
point.
Of block with her line
and it is
shot
now
score
set
now
point
20-16.
and match point for Altomare.
And J.Hamer will be stepping back to serve for the set, the match, and the championship.
Here's championship point now for J.Hamer and V.Altomare. Hamer to serve. Nicely handled by A.Arsovic. She's going to get a swing. She does, but it's dug by Altomare. Here's their chance right here. Great
and
swing
there it
by
is.
Altomare.
And
Julia
Altomare,
Altomare, Altomare, J.Hamer
and Maciagowski by a score of 21-16. 21-16. They are the Ontario champions. Let's have a nice hand for both teams.
Ontario champions.
And please stick around, folks. I'm just going to pass the mic on to Mr. Steve Carroll, the Executive Director for the Ontario Volleyball Association, to make our prize presentation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to have the presentation of the check to Hamer and Altomare now, but we thank you very much for watching the Ontario Championships this year live with us on volleyballsourcemag.com.
We had a great time here down at the beach today. From the crowd of people around us, we think that everyone down here too, and we would like to send out our love to everybody, all 410 of you who are watching these live semifinals and final matches for the men and the women. You can now tune in to Steve Carroll from the Ontario Volleyball Association as he presents the winning check to the team of J.Hamer and Altomare.
The Ontario Volleyball Association. It's my pleasure to make this presentation, this check we have for the winning team. But before I do that, there are many people I'd like to thank for the successful operation of this championship. I'd like to thank our title sponsor, RBC, and also our sponsors, Canucks Stuff and Mikasa. Appreciate their support for beach volleyball in Ontario. I'd also like to thank the officials who did such a professional job, Denise and Samara. They did a wonderful job with this final. Also the down officials retrieving balls and working the lines, they did a fantastic job as well. I'd like to thank the OVA staff for their very professional work and all of the volunteers. I'd like to thank Volleyball Source, Cam and Everett, fantastic job. Thank you for your coverage. Orest Stanko did a great job on the mic. Thank you, Orest, the play-by-play. And I'd like to thank all the fans for your support. Thank you for being here today and supporting our athletes here at Ontario Championships. We appreciate it. One more big thank you to the man who makes sure that the courts are in beautiful condition and the nets, and he's part of the best beach crew in Canada. He's the leader, Mikey. Thank you very much, Mikey. Fantastic job. Now, I'd like to first of all congratulate the runner-up team. Second place to Gabby and Alex. They played great all weekend. Congratulations to Gabby and Alex. Fantastic job. And now, our winners. Congratulations to V.Altomare and J.Hamer, the Women's Division Champions for Ontario 2013. Congratulations, Victoria and Julia. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Want to say a few words?
First of all, we'd like to thank Gabby and Alex for a great final match. We'd also like to say thank you to Ontario Volleyball. Like Sam said, this is the best provincial championships I've been to. Very well organized. Everybody, all their efforts, thank you. And we'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Maui and Son, GP8 Sport Water, Rivalis, and NutriBio. And again, thank you to all the fans for watching and supporting us this weekend. Thank you.
I think Victoria's did everything. Again, it's just an amazing event, and it's a really big honor to play in Ontario. So thank you.
Well done.
Okay,
All right, that is it for us here. We will say goodbye, and of course, if you want to check out any of these matches, you can catch them later. They will be uploaded to the Ontario Volleyball YouTube page within the coming days. For Everett DeLorme, I am Cameron Kerr. Take care.